Hey there, Hollywood fans, and welcome to this week's show. So as you can notice on the calendar, we have wrapped up shop with the farm jams, and we're holding our breath to get ready until we go forward into October, where we pick up on the penultimate round of the Gxccs. So in the meantime, there's been quite a lot of stuff happening. We got approached by Ride Energy Drinks. So they're going to be coming on board as a partner and a sponsor of Hollywood. And that's going to be a new product that you're going to see out at the races, probably towards the end of this month and certainly into October and going forward. So watch out. We're going to be bringing you more information as this comes down the pipe. For now, get your eyes used to the branding. This is going to be a partner with us out there at the events. You're going to see me and the LiveX lads rocking the stuff out there. That's going to keep us powered up. So keep an eye on the press. There's going to be much more noise coming in from Ride Energy. They're going to have some cans and some shooter shots as well. So keep an eye out for that. Where was I this weekend? Well, it was my weekend off, but you know, Hollywood, I can't sit still for 1 second. So I was out there at TerraTopia, the brand new motocross track. Well, a reface of the motocross track out there next to the Krugersdorp Highway. So the Malimi brothers have picked up shop there. They took this thing down to the bones. They reshaped it. They remolded it. And they made a brand new track. So everyone was out there testing how the track flowed. Obviously a few little niggles here and there, but it looked like the track had a really nice flow. And also the GasGas South Africa guys used it as a launch of their 2025 motocross model. So there was a really good vibe out there. Everyone was signing up to go and do laps on the new MX range from GasGas and check out the new TerraTopia track. Obviously, the guys will go through a little bit of teething problems, but the track for the first ride looked really boss, and there was some awesome airtime happening out there. It was great to hang out with the beautiful people as the little winds started to pick up, but they're definitely going to bed that track in absolutely perfectly. Then this week, I got a phone call from Zach out there at Shimwells. Now, you remember we worked with Shimwells Yamaha a couple of years back when we did the Yamaha Goonwagon project. And these guys have been really good supporters of Hollywood Hills. So then a couple of weeks back, we noticed that on the gate out at Farm Jam, we had a Fantic. Now, if you guys are familiar with the brand, Fantic are a European brand that were very big in the trials scene in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Then they went a little bit quiet, and we went to chat with Zach out at Shimwells to tell us the story of why they are here and what to look forward to on this bike. Over to you, Zach. Zach, I've been dying to speak to you about this. I mean, you mentioned this to me a couple of months back, and then just 2 weeks ago, I see Marty pull up on the gate on the Fantic. Tell me the story, dude.
Yeah, Matt. So we've kept it undercover for a long time. I mean, so just going through knowing if it's going to happen or not. But yeah, we pulled the trigger, the bike's arrived. It's been a long, hard process, but they're here. Marty Poole was one of my good mates who decided to buy one, and we put him straight to Farm Jam 2 days after the bikes arrived, and I mean, the feedback from him has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and he's a four-stroke rider as well.
Four-stroke rider. So he did say, I mean, being on four strokes for maybe 8 or 10 years, it took him a bit of adapting, but I mean, he literally came back to me and he said it felt like cheating, you know? It felt like cheating.
So tell me about the bike we've got here. Obviously, you just brought in one model at the moment. It's the 300. Take us through it.
Yeah, Matt, so it's a 300. It's called the 300Xe. It's built by a company in Italy called Fantic. So they've got a good relationship with Yamaha, and they do use Yamaha components on the bike. So they've taken the Yamaha that we've always had, but they've taken it to a next level, to the bike that everyone's always wanted. So it's a 300 two-stroke electric start, fuel injection, electronic power valve, hydraulic clutch, so all the stuff that the famous 300s come with.
And then talk me through the chassis as well. Obviously, it's screaming Yamaha on the chassis and the suspension.
Yeah, so I mean, it's got a Yamaha chassis, suspension, wheels, so there are some components that they share. But as I said, then they've taken the technology that's available to them and they've built the bike that we've always wanted.
A little bit of heritage. I mean, I know the Fantic name from trials back in the day.
And so, I mean, I've been talking to Fantic. I mean, I've been following them for a long time. I mean, they've come. I mean, I stand to be corrected, but they've been coming a long time. There's some rich Italian history there.
Yes. And then tell me about the build-up here. You brought in like a small stock just to kind of test the waters, yeah. But it's going good.
So we've eventually convinced the Italians to sell us 4 bikes as a demo phase. We need to test them in our African conditions, which is way different to anywhere else in the world. So this is the process that we're busy with. We've got the 4 bikes, we've got them out in the field. we're doing a proper thorough test with them, and then from there we can really see what the future holds for us, and that's what we're busy with at the moment.
I mean, I know I jumped on you quite early. You kind of haven't got into these bikes enough, but just take us through some of the amazing features. I mean, I'm looking at the aero pipes, the KYBs, there's some great stuff on here.
So that's the thing. I mean, as I said, they've taken all the good components that are available to them. Yeah, so I mean, it comes with the aero pipe. So the blessing with this thing is, as well, is being based on a Yamaha chassis. All the protection stuff that's available for Yamaha is built straight onto this. So finding parts for the hard enduro guys, bash plates, shark fins, all that stuff is going to be a breeze. So that's why we really push so hard on this model, because with our Yamaha knowledge, we know what will and won't sit here, and that's essentially why we put so much time into getting this model here.
And the whole idea was trying to tap into that weekend warrior and racer market, because I mean, the enduro scene is blowing up in SA at the moment.
So that was another aspect to why I push so hard. I mean, for me, and we need something to penetrate that hard enduro market with. Look, I mean, the Yamaha is phenomenal, but unfortunately they just haven't got the right model for us at the moment. I mean, you need a bike which you can essentially get on and ride, and I mean, without doing anything to it. And I mean, this is what we found, and this is what we're busy with.
So it sounds to me like there's 3 bikes out there on the trails at the moment. Is there still going to be one in stock at the moment, so the guys can come touch and feel and smell?
So they have all 4 been pre-sold, but I've got an agreement with some good mates of mine that I will keep on with me at the time. So I mean, if someone wants to get a hold of me and come have a look and feel and sit, I mean, yes, we will have one.
And then the next stock arrival, hoping before the end of December, is it?
So Matt, I'm pushing very hard. I mean, still considering all the shipping delays and whatever not. But if all goes well and the stars align, I am hoping to have more stock available by the end of the year. Yes, that's what I'm shooting for.
So as you can see, there's a brand new player on the front. So it's very cool in the industry that we start to see a little bit more interesting developments coming in, some new players on the scene. So if you want to go check out that Fantic, it does look like a rock and roller. Go and speak to Zach and the boys out there at Shimwells. They could probably organize you a test ride, and then you can start talking about deals. For now, guys, hang in there. We get ourselves ready to train the whole way through the rest of the racing month, and then we get ourselves ready to go into Gxcc number 7 of the 8-round championship. You can see I've got the ice cap on. That's where I was this weekend. So watch out for the Inner City Enduro and Red Cherry events. Check out their page. They should have a nice product coming out. If not this week, then the following week. Woo! It's been a big weekend. Hope you guys had a great one.